Hello everyone, slightly different video today. So last week I showed the addressing board for the RAM for my computer project, and yeah, I said I was going to go through some of the simulations I made for it, and that's what this is. So I don't actually have the addressing layout on here, but this is basically, wait, which one is it? It's not the data, it's basically this. This is what the addressing would go to. Actually, no, it's not. This is what the addressing would go to. This little point here. Right. So basically, what that does is it selects the RAM. Well, this is 1-bit memory. So if I wanted to write something, for example, I would have to enable write, and then select that. So if you see, if I have them both selected, I can swap what's in memory. If I turn it off, I can change that, and it won't do anything until I turn it back on. Same for doing it like this without write enabled. So I'm not sure if I will actually go about doing it like this, like with these two sections. I might just push the data directly. So like if you cut out both of these and push the data directly there and connect this line to this line. So I'll show you how this bit works. So let's put a 1 back in there. No, that's wrong. What happened there? I want that bit, I think. No, that's correct. Yeah, so like when you have this high and write is off, that enables read. So when you have this high, it will send what little current there is through here, and this basically acts like a trigger. It will see when that's syncing, and then it will output a proper high voltage here, and you can read that out to a buffer or whatever. Read it out to the bus, put it in something, do whatever with it. And yeah, so this is what the addressing board goes to. It goes to these things here. So there'll be 16 of these, and I'll show you that on this layout. So as you can see, there's 8 bits here, and there'll be 16 of these sections on one board. And right, so this is the layout I have at the moment. So the addressing board just has a diode, and there's an issue with. I always knew there might be an issue with this, but I needed to test this, so that's why I built this. And that is, if I was to, so it's off at the moment. It shouldn't write anything. Like this byte should not be selected. But if I try and do that, you see it loses its state. It's no longer a 1 or a 0. It's sort of in between. It's useless, right? And that's because there's a slight resistance on a diode, and if your current isn't enough, it won't really push through there. So I had to come up with another way to do this. So you can still, yeah, so it basically thought it was impeded because the resistance was high enough on the diode. So yeah, using transistors instead allows a better connection to ground, which means this doesn't write anymore when it's not meant to. So to actually write, you have to enable the line. And as you can see, the diode is here, so this is the addressing board. And I will put these transistors, like this is basically an inverter, but it uses a PNP here because of the diode on the addressing board. Ultimately, I think that would use less power because you're not actually using power when you're impeding it, which is what most of my circuits do in my computer project. They all use power to do an inversion. Yeah, so I can write here now, or I can turn it off and stop writing, as you can see. But yeah, this issue with the diode only occurred when I actually simulated all 8 bits. So yeah, I fixed that. And yeah, so I started building the RAM. Actually, when I was building the addressing board, I realised that the boards I had were slightly too small. It was fine for the addressing board, but for the RAM, it was a little bit of an issue. So the RAM board is actually going to be chocker block now. So I could fit 4 of these 4 bytes along the width of the board, and then that's chocker. It's absolutely jammed. It uses all the holes, and below that I can have 4 more, and there's a little bit of room at the end that I can fit this little transistor circuit instead, and that should fix all that. As for this, I've tested it somewhat, and I'll show you that in the next video, because I'll do a video of my actual RAM board. I'll only have like 2 odd bytes on it, or bits, sorry. But yeah, I'll be able to test it, and you'll see it works. But scaling up like this, I mean, okay, it's difficult to do in a simulator, but in reality, I don't know how it'll work. Yeah, so we'll have to see how that works. But yeah, so next week no, not next week. This week I think I'll be doing it. But I'll show you the RAM board, and I'll show you it working, and yeah. So that'll be this week. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.